it's Steph, and today we're going to be talking about the books that I read in the month of June. I'm just going to kind of wrap up a few of the books I read. As you can see, I cut my hair. I was ready for a change. It isn't safe to be back at the hairdresser's yet. My hair is super thick, so it weighs like 1,000,000 pounds, and I just need a little break from it. So now, I have this short hair, and I am supposed to be at the beach this week, but that unfortunately did not work out due to quarantine. So, got my sunglasses, got my short hair. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm sitting on the beach even though I'm inside. Crazy, look at this. Alright, so today we're gonna be talking about the books that I read in the month of June. I have read a total of 27 books. They have been a combination of finishing up the books that I'd had from the library from quarantine, which I have now taken back. I have not picked up any new ones, but I've put a few on hold, so we'll see what comes in. I have read 5 physical books, 14 ebooks, and 7 audiobooks. So the genres that I read the most of this month are contemporary romance, historical romance, and YA books. So I have a few like poetry and prose books that I read, and I love, love, love to read good poetry, good prose, so I will be talking about them a little bit later. Books that I loved during this month. So one that caught me off guard was The Lady of Bowenna, and it is about this girl who is rich and wealthy and very and what ends up happening is her father squanders their money and they can no longer afford to be at the station of life that they are among the elite. So she ends up sort of flirting with this dude who ends up buying their estate. Her family is out of their country home, but the gentleman who purchases their home is kind enough to let this family, instead of having nowhere to go, letting them use one of the cottages on the edge of the estate. We see how their relationship changes and his trouble trusting people because he's in society and everyone has kind of a facade they share with the society. She's kind of learning more about herself, learning more about how she fits in with the world now that her station has changed drastically. So we get to see how that affects her and her family, how that affects her relationship with this guy, and what the two learn about themselves as people, as well as about each other. So, good book. I recommend it. And check it out if you're interested in historical romance. The next book I read was Still I Rise. This is a Maya Angelou book of poems, and I just read this week, and it definitely was one of my favorites for the month because Maya has such a way with words. She is artistic and poetic and almost lyrical in the way that she creates these poems. Some are shorter, some are longer. The overall collection was not a very long book at all. Definitely check it out if you're interested in poetry. I've not read a lot of her poetry. I've listened to a few of her audiobooks about her life and her life story. She also narrates those audiobooks, so it's like she's just like sitting in your ear telling you, or like sitting with you in the same room telling you about her life story. So they're also very cool. Check them out if you're interested. But if you're looking for poetry, Still I Rise is a good way to go. Last I'm going to talk about is Pocketful of Rise. So you guys know in my previous video that this was a book I had from the library, and it ended up being one of my favorites because the mystery element was so creatively woven together. It kept me wondering, kept me guessing, it kept me engaged in the story, and kept me kind of intrigued in how the overall plot tied in together with the story in terms of the mystery element. And I really liked that there was like a nursery rhyme component. I liked the way it ended, and then we had this little extra bit and it added some more information. You're like, oh. So that was really cool. I enjoyed it. But these were a few of my favorites from the month of June. There are a ton more books I'm hoping to check out this year. I also want to do the mid-year freakout tag. I got my wheels turning for that, but I'm excited to kind of see where this reading goes because so far I have read 172 books in the year of 2020. So it has been a good reading year. I'm not going to say I've loved every single book I've read, but so many of them have increased my understanding of the world or broadened my horizons in some way that I don't regret reading them. I'm glad that I can try new things and explore new books, and I'm always, always thankful that the library has so many of these available for free because your girl likes to save money. So if you are a fan of the library, let me know in the comments below. Also let me know what your favorite reads were in the month of June, and stay tuned for some more videos to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.